What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got to get into that epic race that we just saw at Hangtown where Chase Sexton came from last place to first. So the first thing I think we need to talk about or ask ourselves is, did we see an awakening of Chase Sexton, or was that kind of a one-off thing where Jett wasn't in the field and he was just feeling really good on that track? So are we going to see something like that again? Is Chase now a changed man? Is he going to race differently from here on out? Or is that just kind of a once in a lifetime special race and something that we'll never see happen again? So while I don't expect to see something like that again anytime soon, where you'll see a guy come from dead last to first, I do think that race changed Chase quite a bit. I think now he has that belief in himself, and I do look to him to be much more of a contender moving forward. I have seen some people saying that, oh, it was just the bike and it worked really well on that track, and I don't think Chase is even a championship contender. I don't look to him to be in there anymore. Jett's going to take back over next weekend. While I do expect Jett to be good the rest of the season and probably get back to his winning ways shortly, I don't think that Chase is the same. I think that now he does believe in himself, and while maybe it did take Jett crashing and showing that he is a mortal human for him to believe that, I do think that now he believes in himself, and he's seen that what he is capable of is arguably way more impressive than anything Jett has done. And while going 22-0 is extremely impressive and very hard to do, Chase Sexton just made a joke out of pretty much everyone in that field. And while Jett was definitely not riding at 100%, everyone else pretty much was, and none of them were an issue. So I definitely expect Jett to give Chase some problems down the road here, and I think that it is going to be an interesting title fight as Jett starts to regain points and start to close back in on Chase. But I do think that Chase is at the very least a very serious threat to Jett, and I do think there's an argument that you could make where, with the gap that he does have after that race, that he could be considered the title favorite. Now, while the 24 points that Chase does have at the moment over Jett does seem like a lot, realistically, it is not that big of a gap. If Jett were to go out and win the next 4 races in the same fashion that he has been for the last year or so, then he would take over the championship after just 4 rounds. So it's really not that unobtainable for Jett, especially if he goes back to his winning ways. Chase is by no means way out in front, so he really needs to keep his momentum rolling. Obviously, he doesn't have to go undefeated or go on a win streak necessarily, but he is going to have to beat Jett a lot more times throughout the rest of the season if he wants to have a shot at this title. So while I don't look to Chase to just blow everyone's doors off every single weekend from here on out, I do think that he really was awakened this weekend, and now he's going to be a changed rider and racer. So I look forward to seeing what he can do next round, and if he can continue his momentum. Hopefully he doesn't make any big mistakes or have any large setbacks, and we can have a good battle between him and Jett for the rest of the season. I do think that Jett is probably still going to be not 100% going into next round in Colorado. And then I think with the weekend off and then coming back for round 4, I look for him to be pretty competitive in round 4 as long as he doesn't suffer any other major setbacks at Colorado. Also, I think it is being a little bit overlooked with what Chase has done, but I think the same could be said for his teammate on the 250 side of things, Tom Vialle. And he basically had kind of like a little awakening type ride as well, where he definitely had the speed to be the fastest guy on the track. And while Hayden did crash and go down, handing him the lead essentially, I do think that now he believes in himself and that he knows he's capable of getting to the front no matter what. And I look for Tom to really start to be the guy who's going to challenge Hayden moving forward. I do think that Hayden is going to be tough to beat. He looks really comfortable and really fast. But I also think that Tom has done it before, as far as he's already won 2 world championships, and he also just won the Supercross championship when he was racing Hayden all season long. So he's definitely not afraid to get in there and mix it up with Hayden. And now I think he believes. So I think Tom's going to be dangerous. Chase is going to be dangerous. Don't look for either of them to ride the same for the rest of the season as they did in the first few motos. Anyways, that's just my opinion on what I saw this weekend. Definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you think Tom and Chase are now going to be much more of a threat than they were before, or if you think Hayden and Jett will go back to their winning ways, no problem moving forward, or if you think there's another third guy out there who is going to be just as much or more of a challenger that I'm kind of overlooking. Curious to see what you guys think, but that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. If you guys made it through the whole video, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.